If you never feel like babysitting your younger siblings again, just show your parents this video because this terrifying, true, scary story will definitely convince them to never leave you home alone again. Welcome back to Creepy Crochet and Creepy Pasta. Let's get into today's story. Growing up, my mom was a bartender. She was a single parent, so I took care of my little brother most nights. One night while I was making dinner, I kept hearing a strange whistling sound, but I didn't think much of it because it was storming pretty hard outside. But the whistling continued, and it started to sound more like a melody than whistling from a storm. I started to get a little freaked out and asked my little brother if he was hearing it too. He wasn't. Eventually the whistling stops, but it's still storming pretty badly. Fast forward to the end of the night when I'm about to go to bed. I'm climbing up the ladder of my bunk bed and my TV shuts off. I think maybe the power went out, but the hallway light is still on. I try to turn it back on and nothing happens, so I reach around my TV stand and realize that it's been unplugged. At the same time, I hear the whistling, only this time it's not in the distance. It sounded like someone was whistling directly into my ear. I could only feel their breath. It sent chills down my spine. It still sends chills down my spine. At that moment, I took off running out of our house screaming. We lived in an apartment with 3 other units, so I woke up the neighbors above us. They were a younger couple with kids and offered to come check out our house. I could tell at the time the guy thought I was just being a stupid kid hearing things but was trying to make me feel better. My brother and I waited outside of our apartment while he went inside to check it out for us. After a few minutes, he came back and he seemed a little agitated and asked if we were playing a prank on him. This really scared me and I told him we weren't playing a prank on him. He could probably see we were telling the truth by our faces because I could see the fear roll over his. He said he looked everywhere and did not find anyone but was convinced someone was in our home. They invited us to stay in their apartment until my mom was home from work because they didn't feel comfortable with us staying alone. I never heard the whistling again, but so many other strange things happened to my brother and me in that apartment. I'm convinced it was haunted. I'm not sure if the story will be scary to any of you, but that was the most terrified I've ever been in my life. I feel like she handled that situation in the best way that she possibly could. But the thought of being home alone with your little brother and so vulnerable and something seemingly just like invisible or non-existent whistles at the back of your head? No thanks. Thank you for listening to this episode of Creepy Crochet and Creepy Pasta. I will see you in the next video. Bye!